Hi everybody, we're back. It's me, myself, and I, and Dr. Jacqueline with the Wellness Trinity. Just going to talk a little bit about the new podcast you launched.
So if you're not already following me or my podcast, if you go on YouTube or if you're on iTunes, I will get Spotify up one day. It's on my list of things to do. The never-ending list. It's the life of a business owner. So, but yeah, iTunes and YouTube, look up the Wellness Trinity, you'll find the podcast. So the last one I just launched was with Dr. Robert Teal. He is the owner of Doctor's Research, which is where a lot of our supplements come from. And we kind of debunk why food nutrient supplements are better than synthetic. So that's the first thing we talk about. And you don't want to be taking garbage supplements. One, it's just, you're not going to really be doing anything, and you can actually be maybe adding some toxins to your body. And two, when you do take something, you really do want to make sure that you're maximizing your benefit. Like, why waste your money, first of all?
Exactly.
So food nutrients are far superior than synthetic as far as Dr. Teal's research has been done. And we go into talk a lot about that and nutrition in general. And food-based is different than food nutrients. So he does correct me on the podcast. I used to say food-based all the time. Food-based, you can still have synthetic vitamins that are on it. Then we talk about glandulars, and those glandulars, most people have probably never heard of glandulars in their life, but glandulars are basically, they could be animal glands or different types of organs, and the idea is like cures like. So if you have a weak liver, you take liver. We used to eat these things, and maybe some parts of the world they still do, and now it's,
So like when thyroid issues, like they have us take peak thyroid, so the levothyroxine, so.
Yeah, and then there's good and bad versions of that as well. So like what we're using is from actual New Zealand bovine, which is a cow, and they have no mad cow disease over there. So that's what Dr. Robert Teal talks about too in the talk, and that's why he goes all the way to New Zealand to make sure that the glandulars that he's putting in these supplements are safe. Yeah, because it doesn't matter exactly if you have vitamin A and if you have fish oil and this and that. If it's not a good source, if it's full of toxins, it's not really going to do your body good.
Right.
So, but anyway, so we talk about that and how it's related to your hormones. And then we start talking about gender fluidity. So,
what exactly is that?
Yeah, so gender neutral, this is a heavy topic now that a lot of people are talking about, and people don't want to conform to the gender that they're born with and feel maybe like a boy feels like he's a girl inside or vice versa. I'm not judging, I have friends of all types, but there is a reason that this is happening. And the part of it, we actually talk about this in the talk as well, so we can dive a little bit deeper in that. But part of it, Dr. Teal mentions, is because of all the meat that we're eating. Most of it is from females.
Oh.
I didn't know that until I talked to him. I thought he was going to start.
Explains all the estrogen.
Exactly, all the estrogen that people are consuming in the meat. And then on top of that, I thought he was going to straight go into the toxins in the environment and how it's just their hormone disruptors. So people are born and their hormones are not right. So it's giving them a false sense of identity and who they are. So anyway, so that's the meat is part of it because of a lot of it is female, and then on top of that, what they're putting inside of the meat is not good as well too. So it's not to say that we can't eat meat, but you just want to make sure you're careful about where you're getting this from, because there's a lot of garbage that's put in these animals, and if they're not eating the right diet, then they're just going to be sick animals, and then that we wonder why we're sick.
Exactly.
So yeah, so it was a very interesting topic. If you're curious why you go to the store and you're finding that a lot of people are on this gender neutral category, there's a lot of hormones that are being messed up. And when I do the Zyto scan, again, we're going to do it again on Friday, where I'm going to do free scans, and I'll sometimes see where the estrogen will be way off in a guy. I had a guy ask one time, he's like, oh my God, or actually he didn't ask, he made the comment, he said, oh my gosh, I'm being feminized. And I was like, and that's really what's happening.
What's happening, exactly.
Yeah, people are being
not
feminized.
By accident.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. If we want to continue the human race, we really need to think about what are we putting in our body, and also be proactive about the environment. I mean, don't put lots of plastics in things. Those are messing up people's hormones. And drink water out of plastic. I'm always trying to educate my clients and people I meet that you want to feminize a boy, have him drink out of plastic. There's a lot of fake estrogens in that, and then we have all this floating around everywhere. There's in the ocean somewhere the size of Texas where it's like all plastic.
Yeah, check out the Netflix documentary, The Plastic Ocean. It really opens your eyes.
Yeah.
So what can they do? What can they do about, like, say a man feels like he's got low testosterone or too much estrogen? What can you do about that?
Dr. Teo had mentioned in there that for the most part, every man probably around, I want to say he said about 45 and up, is going to start having lower testosterone in general. So this is a really good supplement, Prosta Power, that can help a man to increase their sperm intake and their testosterone and support their male health, male hormones. So that's one. Even if there's men or boys that are younger that also their hormones are messed up, that's something that they can also take too. And on the glandular note, there are some glandulars in them. If you're a vegan, then we'd have to work around that with other types of supplements. But we have some glandulars, we have vitamin E, zinc, selenium, and some other herbs too that are good for male health. So again, that's Prosta Power. And yeah, I would definitely not take that lightly, men. Your women need that. Sorry, I had to throw that in. It was getting a little bit too heavy of a topic. Your woman would like you to have good testosterone.
We'll just leave it at that. Well, everybody, if you haven't followed Dr. Jacqueline yet, go ahead and follow her. Follow her on her podcast on iTunes. She's also on YouTube. Check out her YouTube channel, The Wellness Trinity. Check out my YouTube channel, The Life of Melly Mill. If you're interested in booking a consultation with her or you want to know more, contact me if you're on my page, or contact her if you're on her channels. Like she stated, she'll be doing an event April 5th, which is Friday, from 10 to 6 at the Garden Infusions, which is off of Eastern. So all the information is going to be down below. If you want more information, just contact one of us. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, I would say it would be best to book an appointment. So 15 minutes, it won't take too long. But just in case there's a long line of people, then give her a call and then we'll schedule a time slot.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Bye.